best way to describe the emotions from Lauren Smith Fields' family.
This is the story of Lauren Smith Fields. Lauren attended Norwalk Community College and was studying physical therapy. Her family says she was always full of laughs, and her brother Lakeem said she was the best sister and that he loved her. On December 13th, 2021, Chantel Fields, Lauren's mother, began
Can't hold me back. Can't hold me back. Can't hold me back.
to get worried when her texts and calls had gone unanswered. So later that evening, Miss Fields and her son went to Lauren's apartment to check on her, and what they found confused them. A note was stuck to the door that read, "If you're looking for Lauren, call this number." Miss Fields called the number immediately and waited in her car. And shortly after, the landlord came down. Lauren's landlord had to tell Miss Fields that Lauren had been found dead in her apartment the night before. Miss Fields immediately went into shock, frozen with fear. She said, quote, "I could not believe what he was telling me. My baby was gone." Lauren had been dead for almost 48 hours before her family found out. The landlord gave them the number to Detective Kevin Cronin at the Bridgeport Police Department. Lauren's brother called the number and spoke with Detective Cronin, who told him that Lauren had been on a Bumble date with an older man before she died. And that
the invitation surrounds you. Life is not a spectator sport.
Lauren's Bumble date was
The invitation
that was about it. It said the detective hung up abruptly. Lauren's Bumble date was cooperating with authorities.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 11, verse 4. Thus saith Yahawah my power, feed the flock of the slaughter, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord Yahawah, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. Call HALAL, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. That's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. My name is Ibar from the Prophets in Babylon, camped down here in Tampa, Florida. And I'm going to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who teach me well. Peace and citation, hope for elect scattered abroad. This video you see on the screen is going to be a part one of maybe a 1 or 2 part series I'm going to do about Eve trusting in your enemy. Okay, you think it's cute to, find these white men, so-called white men, and fall in love with these men, have their babies, have their children and whatnot. But it's going to lead to your own death and destruction, man. Okay, and this right here is a classic story of what happens when the so-called black woman runs to the so-called white man, thinking that he's going to be better or more fit of a husband and a father than a man of her own nation, man. Okay, you run into your enemy and your oppressor, all right? And I'm going to let the story continue to play, but I just want to touch on some points, man. Now, this woman was on the app. You see, she see her mother and her brother. The father was nowhere around. Okay. And obviously, she was raised up thinking that
was about
better
it.
To be
Lauren
like
had been dead for almost
Edomites,
40.
man. You see, our women, they admire and envy the so-called white woman. They want to be the so-called white woman. This is why they wear this weave. These they straighten their hair, okay, and perm their hair, okay. This is why they wear blonde wigs, blue contacts, green eye color contacts. All this stuff is to emulate the so-called white woman because they envy the kingdom that they have. You see, because this right here, the world that we're living in, is the so-called white man's kingdom. This is his heaven. This is his world. And we just happen to be in this place, and this is our hell. The white man's heaven is a so-called black man's hell. Okay? So our women have forsaken the man, have forsaken this hell, and they figure they're going to go ahead and, join sides with the enemy, man. Well, this is what is going to get you every time. I'm going to let this story continue to play, and you be the judge of what you think happened, man. Some rich Edomite, well-to-do Edomite meets up with some, fair-looking, so-called black girl, pretty much has his way with her, kills her, and gets away with it, man.
Her family found out. The landlord gave them the number to Detective Kevin Cronin at the Bridgeport Police Department. Lauren's brother called the number and spoke with Detective Cronin, who told him that Lauren had been on a Bumble date with an older man.
These women are all over these dating apps, man. You're looking for men on these dating apps being whores. See, you women will have no business being on these dating apps. You have no business being on these apps, period. You're supposed to have a husband. You're supposed to be, with one man, okay, being respectable, okay, being a wife, a mother to your children, not trying to be some thoughts and hot girls running around town and all over dating apps, man, dating different men, getting popped by different men. Okay, and then you wonder why you're having all these problems and these issues in your life. You wonder why you're having all these health problems and mental conditions. Is because, listen, man, whenever a woman is having sexual partners, has had more than one sexual partner, you're allowing more than one man to go inside you. That man is leaving his DNA inside you. He is imprinting inside you. So whatever spirits that's on him, jump on you. This is why a lot of women claim about having bipolar disorder or multiple personalities because of all the spirits that you have inside of you, man. You see, this is why being a harlot, as the Bible calls it, is not good. A woman was only designed to be with one man. Now, a man can be with more than one woman because a man was designed to be with more than one woman. There's more women than there are men on the earth for a reason. Okay, but a woman, the so-called white men have taught you that it's okay for y'all to be with whoever you want to be. You don't need a man. Okay, you can be whatever man you want to be with. You can leave a man. You can go get another man and do what you want to do. Give you this liberty, and it's only to destroy yourselves. All these things are leading you to destroy yourself.
And she died. And that
The invitation surrounds you.
was about it. It said the detective hung up abruptly. Lauren's Bumble date was cooperating with authorities and was not considered a suspect at the time. Lauren's family, devastated after the news, had been waiting for Detective Cronin to arrive so they could collect her belongings. But after repeated calls, they could wait no longer. And when they went into Lauren's apartment, they would
See, they had happy birthday balloons. So these jakes obviously, had nothing, don't understand the Lord. And if you know the Lord, then you're gonna know your enemy. Let me grab this real quick. See, because even the cops, down to the detectives, man, okay, they all had a part in it. They all, pretty much, didn't really care. You see, brushed it off. Okay, they didn't even alert the family. Why? Because these devils are the devil. They work together as the devil. And this Edomite, when the cops came, he played it cool, man, straight face, a cold-blooded. These are cold-blooded killers, man. I just watched two other videos just like this. I might try to get it out through the spirit of YAHAWASHI. I'll try to get it out tonight. But I'm gonna touch on those videos too. They're the same thing, man. The same situations. Okay, so-called black women. Okay, which are you women? You so-called black women are the Israelites of the Bible. You belong with an Israelite man. You have no business with the man of another nation. Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 12. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So we have enemies, man. We got enemies. You can't just, lay up and kick it with everybody, man. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody is not for your good. All right. We have enemies. And this man in particular was an enemy. It's a damn Edomite, man. And it don't like no ordinary. He like one of them serial killer Edomites, man. One of them Edomites that just, play that, one of them Dexter type Edomites, man. That look like a regular, individual. But the whole time it's a damn serial killer on the low. Okay.
find a used condom, a pill, waiting for Detective Cronin to arrive so they could collect her belongings. But after repeated calls, they could wait no longer. And when they went into Lauren's apartment, they would find a used condom, a pill, and bloody bed sheets. Miss Field said, I looked and I just broke down. What detectives did...
They found a used condom. This is this is the crime scene. The cops didn't take none of this evidence. A used condom, a pill, and bloody bed sheets.
Collect for Lauren and bloody...
If this was an Edomite,
Miss Fields said, I looked and I just broke down. What detectives
If this was an Edomite, this would have been much different, man. It's because this was a Jake. This is why we tell you, you women, to stay away from you. This ain't these people don't care about you, man. This is your enemy, okay? Though they play that game, you know, Eve and the serpent, though they play that game like they care about you, like they love you, the whole time they hate you, man. They will always have a perpetual hatred for us. They don't care about you. They want to see all of us dead. Not just the so-called men, all of us, man. The so-called white man only sees the so-called black woman as a bed wench, man. Verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, they try to play that nice guy card. Yet take good heed of him and beware, and thou shalt Yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that the rust have not been altogether wiped away. Like if you wipe a glass and you're able to see clearly through it, you're gonna see eventually this man is a damn devil, And just a side story. Last night at camp, we getting the video together now. We had to put two videos together because the camera cut or whatever. But last night at camp, we had a situation where it was a Edomite family came up, and they was questioning. I forgot exactly what was her exact words, but she said, who are we affiliated with? Pretty much question our authority to be out there teaching or whatever. And, we kind of got into it, went back and forth or whatever. But then we found out that it was a so-called Spanish woman or a Northern Kingdom woman that was with them, and those were the Edomites that we were arguing with were like her mother-in-law. And she was pregnant by the Edomite's son, all right, who was, another Edomite. I said, well, is your son Caucasian? She said, yeah, he's Caucasian. So she was pregnant by another Edomite. And I told her, I said, listen, you pregnant by the devil. These people are the devil. Okay, they're not. They don't love you. They don't like you. They hate you. This is God is going to enslave. They're going to slavery for what they did to our people. And the woman that I told that to, she was trying to. She couldn't understand a lot of English. She was speaking to us in Spanish, but she could understand enough to where she understood what I said because she left. They left whatever after that or whatever. And then when they came back, they started walking back. They left and they was talking shit, not the Spanish woman, but the mother was or whatever. And the daughter, it was spiritual because the daughter kept saying, the youngest daughter, she had a little girl was there. She kept saying, Mom, let's go. Screaming for the mom to come on. Let's go. This is not, no. Leave them alone. Let's go. Because the mom was obviously, heated about, those scriptures that we was bringing out or whatever. So then they left, whatever, came back. It was a big old thing, everybody stopped and was, it was a big old commotion or whatever. They ended up leaving down the Riverwalk, coming back, and they came back in a whole different spirit, man. In a whole different spirit. Their night was ruined. Their family was destroyed because the Edomites passed by. They didn't say much. One Edomite just kept saying, I love you. I'm going to pray for you guys. I love you guys. And, we was just, but then the Spanish lady passed by, and she looked at me dead in my eyes. Before the rest of them was kept looking straight. She looked me dead in my eyes, and she just like her eyes were bloodshot red, like she had been crying, bawling her eyes out. And she looked me dead in my eyes and she waved. And the wave was not like a wave like bye, have a great day, bye, the wave was like a bye, like thank you, because now through the spirit I perceived that she realized what I was saying. If you're around these devils long enough, something ain't right about them. They different. You see the way they treat you differently. You wonder why it's like this. You just don't understand until the scriptures come out, and now we understand. And through the spirit, I believe that woman got it. And when she passed by, I kept telling her, you'll see in the camera. I'll do a video on it. But I kept telling her, get out, get from around them. They're not your people. Get out. And she just understood. Her eyes, amen. The eyes are the window to the spirit. And I saw in that woman's spirit that she was cut. She knew that what we was telling her was the truth. And that's why the other ones were so, the Edomites were so, all up in arms and shit, But hey, through the spirit, we in that time, man. Okay, this man, the men of perdition is being revealed. Okay, and all his lies has been, consumed up. He's being found out to be the devil. Okay, so beware of this man. Okay, never trust this man. It says, verse 12, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at thy last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beast? Now this woman met up with this damn Edomite after 3 days of talking on a social media site. A Edomite, man. A Edomite. A fucking Edomite, man. You invite him over to your place, and you know what was going on over there. Okay? You know what was going on over there. Her parents didn't know nothing about this man. They ain't know she was going to be over with this man. She's over there being a whore, man. Okay? That's what it was. That's why she invited him over. She felt like this man could be trusted because he was an Edomite, man. Oh, a white man wouldn't do that, but a black man would do this. A black man would do that, but a white man wouldn't do that. You know? This is the reality. This is the fact that we face, man. Our women hate us, but love the enemy. Love the oppressor. And brothers, even when you get with a woman, whether she realizes it or not, subconsciously or unsubconsciously, all she's trying to do is make you submit to the so-called white man. That's why they want you to get married. You know, they want you to, and you can tell her, hey, baby, nah, baby, you my woman. You know, you my girl. You know, I'm with you. I'll be with you forever. But no, they want to have it where you got to go sit before this white man and make a covenant with the damn devil. It got to be on paper with the damn devil signing it. It can't be between you and her and the Most High. It got to be between, you know, it's like I'm getting off topic, but I'm gonna get back to it. But it can't be between you and her and the Most High. It got to be between you and her and Esau, man. Why? Because this is Eve and the serpent all over again, man. And this is a warning to you women, man. That this man is going to leave you out. He's going to leave you stranded. He's going to, you know, be your destruction if you keep trusting in this damn devil. Now, it says, never trust thine enemy. Oh, so let me go back down. It says, so one that goeth to a sinner and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? So nobody can have a certain amount of pity over this woman because she played with the devil. She played with the serpent, man, and she got bit. For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. So he was chilling with her, but all of a sudden, you know, in the stories, as the story gonna go, he gonna say that she overdosed or whatever. So they were gonna call it an overdose, okay? But if she overdosed, you know, he pretty much act like, you know, he didn't know what the hell's going on, man. You know? An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. A lot of these Edomites have infatuations with, you know, abusive sex and, you know, of abusing women, you know, sexually and stuff, man. You know, degrading women. Okay, they think that shit's cute or something. It turns them on, man. And you women go after these men with all these weird ass fetishes, and you wondering why, you know, your ass end up, you know, tied up somewhere, you know, on your last breath, man. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, you know, he pretended to help us, say he called the cops, yet shall he undermine thee, and he even undermine the cops, man. Let me let this play.
Did Lauren's path and bloody for Detective Cronin. Lauren's Bumble date was cooperating with authorities and was not considered a suspect at the time. Lauren's family, devastated after the news, had been waiting for Detective Cronin to arrive so they could collect her belongings. But after repeated calls, they could wait no longer. And when they went into Lauren's apartment, they would find a used condom, a pill, and bloody bed sheets. Miss Field said, I looked and I just broke down. What detectives did collect were Lauren's passport, cash, a credit card, and her cell phone. More than enough to establish once the essential. What detectives did collect.
Because see, what these Edomites would do is they'll lay down with, you know, a Jake woman, you know, and a part of their infatuation is, you know, beating on the woman. You know, so they'll, you know, have sex with a woman and then they'll beat the woman. Okay, a lot of these women find that shit attractive and sexy and shit, and then he probably beat her to death, you know, all high and shit, and then, pretty much, trying to evade the scene, man.
Were Lauren's passport, cash, a credit card, and her cell phone. More than enough to establish identity. Per Bridgeport Police Department policy, procedure, and general order. Once the essential details of the deceased are confirmed, detectives working the case are supposed to contact the next of kin. Why didn't this happen? Lauren's family was left with so many questions. Like, why weren't they immediately notified of Lauren's death? Who was the man she was with? And how did Lauren die?
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free.
So let's go back to the night of Lauren's Bumble date. Lauren Fields matched with Matthew
Look at this devil, man. Look at this devil. He try to act so innocent. They got the smile, and our women, they fall for this, man. They think that this is a God-fearing man, right? Okay.
Old design engineer. And on December 11th, after 3 days of messaging on Bumble, Lauren invited Matthew back to her apartment. Matthew said they ate, drank tequila, played games, and watched a movie. Matthew told investigators that at one point in the night, Lauren went outside to meet her brother, and that when she had returned, she had been in the bathroom for 10 to 15 minutes. Matthew did not specify why she met her brother that evening. Matthew said they continued to watch the movie and Lauren fell asleep on the couch. And later, he carried her to her bed and fell asleep beside her.
So, you carried her to her bed. You fell asleep beside her. After 3 days of y'all meeting, obviously there was
Matthew said 6:30 a.m. and she was lying on her right side. Blood was coming out of her right nostril onto the bed, and she was not breathing.
Snap your W-2 and file Fed and State for free.
And that was when he called 911. When paramedics arrived, they performed chest compressions, but Lauren was already...
You see her? You see her, right? She in that lifestyle, man. Okay, you see you see the cross around her neck. It says Isaiah chapter 32, verse 9. Rise up, you women that are at ease. You women are at ease, man. Y'all living the good. You can flaunt your body and get what you want. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. This woman was careless. She invited a complete stranger over to her house. A complete stranger over to your house, man. Okay, on top of that, it was a damn devil. It was an Edomite, man. All right? It says, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Why? Because you have you have gotten all these goodies and all this pride and arrogancy. And you don't even realize that you are dancing in a damn lion's mouth, man. You are dancing in a lion's mouth, okay? And you come against the Israelite, man, okay, and come in defense of these Edomites, not realizing that you are dancing with the devil. You playing with Satan, man. And in fact, you even so much is going against, okay, the men of the Lord, okay, the Lord's men, to take side with the damn devil, man. And as Israelite men, you brothers deal with these women, man. They're complete total demons, and you gotta catch hell. But the Israelite woman, she don't catch this. She don't give the so-called white man this type of hell, man. They don't give their bosses this kind of hell. They have the utmost respect for them. But when it comes to us, you see, and this is the outcome of that, man. This is the book of Micah, chapter 7, verse 9. I will bear the indignation of YAHAWAH because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, which is his truth. He's brought us to this truth. This is why we had to catch all this hell, because we have sinned against the Heavenly Father. Now he's pleading our cause, man. Okay, now we done came into this truth. And I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is mine enemy are women, man. You get with a woman, you fall in love with this woman, and then she leave you, and then she, do everything in her power to try to destroy you and embarrass you, Might try to get with your best friend or your brother or whoever the hell, getting with the enemy, getting with an Edomite. Look at Kanye, man. Kanye going through that right now. He was married to a woman. I knew, that's all Hollywood shit, but it's just an example. He was married to a woman. He had an Edomite friend around him, and when he and his woman divorced him, somehow the Edomite friend, the snake that was around all the time, the whole time, crept up in there. Now he laying with his woman. It ain't no surprise, man. This is all according to scripture. The Lord told us this, man. Hey, your woman shall be a harlot in the city, man. Your woman shall be a harlot in the city. And this woman, she probably, her first man she was with was probably a Jake. He was in love with her. He broke with him because he ain't have nothing. She wanted to find the things in life. So she started dating older Edomites. And now she ain't here no more, man. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is thy Lord, thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire in the streets. A lot of you women are not going to make it, man. Your brains have been polluted, man. Okay, America has given you too much liberty. Okay, let's grab that real quick. I don't want to make this too long. I just want to touch on this point, touch on this story. When it came out, I already knew I was going to do a video on it. Right now, I'm catching up on a lot of old stories that I never really got around to. Through the spirit of YAHAWASHI and YAHAWASHI. They're just coming back up. So as they come up, I'm doing them, man. Okay, I'll pray be edifying to the hopeful elect, man. Don't take no offense to this. It's just a warning. If anything, this is love, man. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. This woman was probably a total demon, man. This is why the judgment came upon. Hey, nobody dies innocent, man. Don't get it twisted. Nobody dies innocent. This woman was probably a total demon, man. Okay? And in these looks, she used them. She used them, man. She used her looks and her beauty. Okay? And it was a trap, but ultimately led her into a deeper trap. It says, a woman, verse 23, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, meaning don't give bullshit no way to get through. Like it says, because if you give a water a little bit of passage, okay, if you got a leak and if you got a water flow and you're giving it a little room to leak, eventually that little room is going to turn into a big room and it's going to become a disaster, man. So give that water no passage. You get a woman, if you're dealing with a woman, this is talking about a man and his daughter, but even if a man get a woman, you're not supposed to give her no passage, man. You're not supposed to give her no opportunities. This is why when women say that men are strict or whatever, they don't want to submit to a man because they want to do what they want to do. But a man is supposed to lead a woman. Woman was put on this earth to be led by a man of the Lord, for a man to guide them so they don't destroy themselves, man. Because a woman cannot, decipher and live on her own, man. Okay, she's going to get taken advantage of. Okay, that's the truth of the matter. You women need a man. If you can't see that now, you're going to realize that the hard way. It says, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. You're not supposed to give these women, let the women do whatever the hell they want to do. Let them go around and go to these parties and these clubs and these, hang around all these damn wicked ass friends. And you're supposed to let a woman be on all these social media apps and these dating apps. Okay, because eventually, and this goes for anybody, man, whoever listens to this, you got daughters, you got, a woman, you got whatever the fuck. Watch them, man, because you got women, hey, it's a whole fucking page. This page is about missing women, and it's a bunch of Jake women, man, going missing, man. Man, everybody want to cry about, they want to, listen, when we do videos like this, everybody say, oh, that's not fair, no. But then when these women go missing, or something happened to these women, everybody want to say, oh, where was the man at? Where was the black man? The black man was the one that was warning you, and you was telling them to shut the hell up so that to let these women participate in this wickedness that get them destroyed in the first place. And you brothers, if you got to deal with a woman, man, if she can't listen, she want to be hard headed, she want to do what the fuck she want to do, hey, let her ass go, man. It ain't nothing to cut her off. Verse 26, if she would not go as thou wouldest have her, Cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. So don't let a woman destroy you, man. A woman nowadays will destroy. She'll seek to destroy you, man. And this is why a lot of these women are catching judgment in such a way, going out in such a way.
Dead. The report states that Lauren had been dead for at least an hour or more.
So lucky for the ads.
On January 21st, 2022, Bumble's CEO and founder, Whitney Wolfe, released a statement on Bumble's Instagram account. On January 23rd, 2022, Lauren's family organized a march titled Justice for Lauren.
You see this woman? This was not a woman of the Lord. Okay, this was not an elect woman. This woman was a harlot. Her parents put this picture up of her in remembrance of her for her justice, and you see her cleavage all hanging out, man. She was flaunting her beauty and her body, and it ultimately got her a horrible demise, man. And all of a sudden they marching. And all of a sudden they marching forward. They're having marches and protests. For what? All he had to do was raise her up, right? Train up a child in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it. Where's the father at? The mother probably put the father up a long time ago, went around dating white men. The young girl grew up watching her mom getting, plowed by these white men in and out the house. Thought it was the right thing to do. Thought she could do the same thing. And now she missing. You see? You already know the damn Jake, the son, the brother, you already know he chasing after a damn white Lauren. Okay.
With the hopes to bring awareness to her tragic death and the inadequate investigation. And then, on January 24th, the medical examiner would rule Lauren's death an accidental overdose. Acute intoxication due to the combined effects of fentanyl, promethazine, hydroxyzine, and alcohol. Lauren's family says she wasn't a drug user. And on January 25th, just one day after Lauren's death was ruled an accidental overdose, the Bridgeport Police Department announces that they will open a criminal investigation into her death. Following this announcement, Bumble released this statement on their official Instagram account. On January 30th, Bridgeport Mayor called for the suspension of 2 detectives in their poor handling of 2 death investigations that involved black women.
You see? You Jake women. Eve, you better wake up. You better get with the program. And this woman keep on, every picture of her, she got on some scantily clad clothes, man. Okay? Judgment is going out, man. And this one woman that, Jake tried to talk to her, try to, approach her. She'll never give a Jake the time of the day. But the Edomite, let me tell you something, man. That Edomite had to have some power, man. Whatever that, they said this was an engineer or something. That Edomite had some type of power, man, because he pretty much, he got away scot-free with this shit, man. He was the last one around her, last one to see her. She ended up dead. And all of a sudden he's, good, How they know he ain't drug her? He could have drugged her and, ravished her, man. I hate to be, but this is real life, man. This is real life. This was somebody's daughter. This was somebody's sister, man. And you Jakes out there, this is why you men in particular, that even her brother should have been putting her on game. Letting her know what's up, man. You men have a responsibility, man. It's time to gird up your loins and become men. Because the woman and the children in your family are going to need you, man. They need you already.
The Lauren Smith Fields case being one.
Ordering fresh mint mouthwash, extra strength.
And Brenda Lee Rawls, whose family was not notified that she had died. Detective Lanos and Detective Cronin were both placed on administrative leave, and they are currently being investigated by Internal Affairs. The Fields family is suing the Bridgeport Police Department for being racially insensitive and failing to adequately investigate Lauren's death.
For failing and didn't even adequately investigate the death, man. They didn't care. That guy got away. They didn't suspect nothing, man. But the whole time, this man was a total murderer. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men. neither are they plagued like other men. So these Edomites, man, hey man, they literally get away with murder, man. You know, he wasn't even a suspect, man. But Jacob is a suspect, you know, before a crime is even committed. The crime has already been committed hours later, and he ain't even a suspect. Sheesh, man. Hey, we coming into it. Hey, man, this is why we need the Lord. You know, this is sound advice, man. Stay away from these Edomites, man. Stay away from these Edomites. Let me grab this one right here real quick.
Mr. Knapp, you had a warrant that was issued for you for murder in the second degree.
This is the story of Kathleen Moore. Kathleen was a mother, waitress, and student with the hopes of becoming a nurse. On Sunday, November 28th of 2021, Kathleen Moore and Nikki Wayland were hanging out, and that evening they met up with friends and went bar hopping. Kathleen's boyfriend, Colin Knapp, was there too. It's said that they were on an on-again, off-again relationship for about 5 years. While the group of them were out that night, some friends noticed Colin and Kathleen arguing. Now, between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night, Kathleen left with Colin. They were headed to his home in Newport Richey. Kathleen left her car at Nikki's place and told her she'd pick it up in the morning. And on November 29th, around 1 a.m., it said that Kathleen FaceTimed one of her friends. From outside of Colin's house, it has been reported that she told her friend that she and Colin got into an argument, and she was outside waiting on a ride home. When Kathleen's friend Nikki woke up later that Monday morning, she noticed Kathleen had not picked up her car. And later that day, Kathleen didn't show up to work at Whiskey Wings in St. Pete's. And later that evening, Kathleen missed her phlebotomy class.
That's when I was like, something's not right. And immediately called her phone and it went straight to voicemail.
This is when her friends got worried and called the Pasco County Sheriff's Office and reported her missing. So, on November 30th,
it went straight to voicemail.
This is when her friends got worried and called the Pasco County Sheriff's Office and reported her.
There you go, man. Another one. All right. So maybe I ain't gonna make this part 2 of all parts. I'm gonna probably just put it all in one video. But it's another one with the same type of situation, man. She goes missing. Okay. After hanging around eating my boyfriend, man. Okay, and you go see how this story unravels as well. But it's the same old thing, man. It's the same old thing. And you women don't understand that these people are the devil.
So, on November 30th, detectives go to the last place Kathleen was seen, her boyfriend's house, 30-year-old Colin Knapp. Knapp had an extensive rap sheet that included 10 felony arrests and 9 misdemeanors dating all the way back to 2004. It included aggravated assault, battery, narcotics, and domestic violence charges. Colin recounts the evening of November 28th for investigators.
See your FICO score jump instantly free with Experian Boost. Get the free Experian app.
The death of a well-known...
See your FICO score...
Investigators. He says that once they arrived at his house, him and Kathleen got into an argument about what to eat. And that was when Kathleen decided to leave. He says she left on foot and had no idea where she went. He told authorities that he went back inside and played Xbox and did not leave his house for the rest of the night. While interviewing Colin, detectives noticed a strong smell of cleaning solution in his home. Colin allows investigators to walk through his home, except for 2 rooms that he claims belong to roommates. When one of the detectives comments on the cleanliness of Colin's home, he says it was his day off and that he spent the day cleaning. Surveillance footage from Colin's neighbors corroborates his account of when he returned home that evening, but it refutes his claim that he stayed home and did not leave for the rest of the night. Footage shows Colin traveling east down Caramel Avenue at around 1:20 a.m. Additionally, there's no footage of Kathleen leaving on foot, as Colin claims she did. On November 30th, a friend calls Kathleen's cell phone multiple times, and someone picked it up. It was a homeless man living in a small camp behind a Walgreens nearby Colin's home. He said he found the phone in the Walgreens dumpster. Detectives returned to Colin's home that evening for a second interview, and this time his story changes. Now he tells them he left his home around 1:15 a.m. to go to work, Harold Seltzer's Steakhouse, where he was a kitchen manager. He says he was conducting inventory on their meat supply. Now this was just one of the inconsistencies in Colin's story.
It's
It's a gas card. Can always use gas.
Always.
Yeah.
He had previously told detectives that he was too drunk to drive more to McDonald's before she left on foot. He then said an unknown person picked up Kathleen. Colin tells detectives that Kathleen was wearing a light blue Rugrats sweatshirt. It is later confirmed that she was wearing the sweatshirt in a Snapchat video. Detectives watched surveillance footage of Colin at work. It shows him arriving in his Cadillac at 1:27 a.m. He's seen going inside the restaurant and he doesn't leave until 1:53 a.m. Detectives ask Colin to confirm he's wearing cargo pants in the video, and he confirms. Detectives seize the restaurant dumpster and have it transported to a nearby landfill, where it's combed through by dozens of detectives. And what they find points the finger to one person, Colin Knapp. In the dumpster, they found a few black bags that stood out from all the clear bags.
I'm a really big fan of Shipt. Ship shoppers are absolute experts at what they do, and they always go the extra mile.
In those black bags, they found a comforter, bedsheet, and mattress cover, all stained with what looked to be a significant amount of blood. They also find several of Kathleen's items, a debit card, keys, and a Rugrats sweatshirt. They also find a pair of cargo pants that Colin was seen wearing the night Kathleen disappeared, all covered in blood. On Monday, December 6th, disappeared, all covered in blood. On Monday, December 6th, Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nacco holds a press conference. Analysts made a positive ID of Kathleen's blood. They also announced that Colin Knapp was arrested on second-degree murder charges. Kathleen Moore is still missing, but her family has hope that she'll turn up. On December, some brush in a wooded... On December 7th, around 11:30 a.m., a body was found under some brush in a wooded area about 50 yards from Colin's home on Caramel Avenue. And sadly, the body was confirmed to be that of 34-year-old Kathleen Moore. Authorities said her body was identified by her tattoos. Sergeant Michael Rosa, who's heading the investigation, says Colin was initially cooperative, though inconsistent with the information he provided. But he's now refused to speak with deputies. And the time and manner of Moore's death is yet to be confirmed.
The death of a...
Consistent with the information he provided.
The devil the Bible speaks of, man, beware. You know, you women out there, stay away from these damn devils. You know, watch out, man. You know, these people are not your friend, and they don't love you. They don't make great, you know, companions and spouses. You know, even Job said, I would disdain and set these people, he said these people around his dogs, man. All right, so the hell with these damn Edomites, man. Hey, stay away from these damn devils. I pray this was edifying to the hopeful. Like, I pray this, you know, shine some light and gave you some understanding, you know, especially for you women. Beware, man. Beware, so that this don't be you. Let this be a warning, okay? This ain't a threat. Let it be a warning so it does not be you. With that being said, I'm going to say shalom. I thought if YAHAWASHI should give me a spirit through this lesson. It's a little choppy. It's all through the spirit. Thawada YAHAWASHI Shai. Thawada YAHAWASHI Shai. Barakatah YAHAWASHI Shai. Kwame Shirala, Baba Ball, Shalom.
But few